In this episode, we look at the East Indian indentured workers. Hi boys and girls, at the end of this week's lesson, you will be able to define the concepts indentured workers, indentureship, immigration, and contract. Distinguish between push and pull factors that led the East Indians to sign the contract and arrive in Jamaica, and complete at least 4 of the activities at the 8 learning centers. The motto of Jamaica is "Out of many one people." It is important that you know why these words were used for the motto. The fact that different groups of people left their country, whether by force or voluntary, to settle in Jamaica, we have a mixture of ethnic groups. These include descendants of the Spanish, English, Africans, East Indians, and Chinese. Prior to the abolition of slavery, the ethnic groups that were in Jamaica were the Tainos, Spanish, English, and Africans. However, the fact that the Africans were no longer forced to give free labor on the plantations, and only some of them remained as paid workers, the English had to find a large contingent that would replace the Africans. In an effort to solve their labor crisis, the English went to the East and negotiated with the East Indians to sign contracts to work as indentured servants on the plantation. This was successful because the push and pull factors that were evident. Let me read that one again. This was successful because of the push and pull factors that were evident at that time. Figure 1 shows the push and pull factors that led the East Indians to sign the contracts to work as indentured laborers. So here, push factors, these are factors that would have caused them to leave India: poverty, famine, unemployment. Pull factors, no, these are the factors that are in Jamaica that are calling to them, come over here, come over here. Money, free passage back to India, and free housing. On May 10th, 1845, the first batch of East Indians arrived at Old Harbour Bay, St. Catherine. They were assigned to plantations such as those in Clarendon and Westmoreland. Engage. In addition to Clarendon and Westmoreland, find 3 other parishes that the East Indians were assigned to work as indentured laborers. Now that one is not hard. You need to look on a map and see where the sugar estates would have been. Okay? Access the internet and download videos of East Indian indentured laborers. Explain. Figure 2. This shows here 1. Legal agreement between English planters and East Indians. 2. System in which contracted East Indian laborers worked on the plantations in exchange for free passage, food, shelter, etc. Movement of people from one place to another. It says, beside each definition on figure 2 are 3 numbers. Replace each number with a suitable word for each definition. So what would we call this? The movement of people from one country to another. That would be migration. The legal agreement between the English planters and the East Indians, yes. That would be the contract. And then the system would be indentureship. All right. Extend. It says here, find the name of 3 cities in India from which the East Indian indentured laborers were recruited and locate them on the map of India. So we did this in class. So Madras, Bombay, and Calcutta are 3 of those areas. Evaluate. Complete at least 4 of the 8 activities at the learning centers. Word link. From the Faye Ellington Center, explain the meaning of the concepts push factor and pull factor. So push, those conditions that exist in your country that cause you to leave, they force you, they're running you out. Okay, so like poverty, famine, war, disaster, those things can push you out of the country. Pull factors are factors that are in another country that are calling and say, come over here, so come work over here. So more money, right? Better living conditions. Family members might be abroad. So mommy is gone to the United States now, and that's a reason for you to go there to live. Okay, so it's, pulling you there. Music link, write song lyrics about the concept of indentureship. Picture link from the Edna Manley Center, download images of indentured laborers and create a carousel of the images. Dr. Agri Irons link, make a journal entry expressing your views on the decision of the East Indians to sign contracts to work as indentured laborers. All right, body link now, make paper dolls depicting the attire of the East Indian immigrants who arrived in Jamaica on May 10, 1845. So, we're going to have the Indian traditional dress, so the sari and the other pieces associated with that. All right, so number link from the Albert Einstein Center, figure 3. Men, women, children, and we see the key here. And men, this looks like 76% of this pie chart here represents men, 11% women, and 13% would be women. No, 13% would be children. It's green, so the green slice for the children. So all right, let's see East Indian indentured servants. The pie chart at figure 3 shows the percentage of East Indian indentured laborers and children who arrived at Old Harbor Bay, Jamaica on May 10th, 1845. Questions now. Use the pie chart at figure 3 to answer these questions. A total of 261 East Indians arrived at Old Harbor Bay, Jamaica on May 10, 1845. So how many were children? So how would we solve this? How many were children? It would be 13%, so 13 over 100 multiplied by 261. How many were men? So it would be 11 over 100 multiplied by 261. How many were women? No. The men would be 76%. Yes, so it can't be 11. It would be 76 over 100 multiplied by the 261. And the women would be at 11. So it would be 11 over 100 multiplied by 261. And we'll see what we get as our answers there. Okay, so you can work this out and show your working and then answer these questions in the activity section below. Nature link, we have the Diana Macaulay Center. It says collect and display a sample of the major crop that the East Indian indentured laborers planted, and we know that would be sugar cane. So for those of us who live near to an estate or a cane piece, then we can show the cane. You could show all of it from the the cane top all the way down to the root. All right guys, take care, complete the activities, and we'll see you in the next episode.